All right, what's up, Bruins fans? Johnny Gammett here, and I am joined by Luke Jacobs of our men's golf team. And it's exciting that the golf season coming up in just a short matter of weeks. Luke, thanks for the time today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's golf season is going to be upon us here, and I want to talk a little bit about last season before we get into the upcoming season. You know, last year was a tough year for us. It was, we had a big team, probably one of the largest teams that we've had. But I know that there were times that we struggled throughout the season and just struggled to find our groove as a team. So just talk to me a little bit about how you guys were able to still stay bonded, still stay connected as a team, despite, first of all, a challenging schedule and then a challenging group of opponents that we had to play.
Yeah, last year we were a really young team, I think. And so it was good. We had some good senior leadership with Keaton, obviously, and me and Haddon as upperclassmen. And we all had our good days, but we never seemed to do it all in the same day. So I still think just traveling, staying in hotel rooms together, you get a couple hours by yourselves just to talk about life, and just you can grow closer just through that.
Yeah, absolutely. Golf is one of those games that I think a lot of people know about, but a lot of people in collegiate golf don't necessarily understand both the individual component and then the team component on top of that, because most of them think, I go out and I do the best that I can, hopefully post a good score, and that's going to be good enough in an individual leaderboard perspective. But you guys have to balance, as you said, one guy might have a great round or a great tournament, and another guy might have an off tournament. So how do you, as you're going through, what's kind of the mentality you have to have going into each tournament to hopefully come away with good success as a team?
Well, like you said, there's the individual factor. You have to play your shot that's in front of you. Even if you're struggling, coach always tells stories about how one shot makes a difference. Even if you think, oh, I'm going to be the fifth guy, so my score's not going to count. But you never know if someone else on the team is struggling that day, and you still got to fight for every shot on the course.
As you came in, I want you to talk to me a little bit about, and talk to us as fans a little bit about the difference really between, at the high school level, there are programs out there. There are certainly individual tournaments that people can be a part of. But coming into collegiate golf, what's different about the high school game or the high school model versus collegiate golf?
The biggest difference is just distance. You have par fours that are 350 yards in high school, and then it can get up to 460 in college. So it's just, you're playing with a lot better competition too. So it makes you more nervous, I guess, because you feel like you have to perform at a higher level. And it's just most high school tournaments, in the summer, let's say, you're playing just by yourself. You just go by yourself and you're only playing for yourself, and you don't have the team in mind. So I would say the biggest, though, is the distance, though. That's the hardest for freshmen coming in.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that you're going into your senior year this year, but I want you to try to rewind a little bit and go back to your freshman year. Coming in, what were some of the things that the upperclassmen did for you that helped you kind of get acclimated, first of all, to college life in general, but then to college golf? And then kind of on the flip side of that, now that you're an upperclassman, we've got several new freshmen that are coming in to join the team this year. What are some of the ways you guys plan to come alongside them and help them make that transition?
So one of the things that the upperclassmen did when I was a freshman was just helping me with my swing. In high school, I was one of the better guys on the team, and we didn't know that much about the swing, but all these guys knew so much more than me. And they were just helping me with that, giving me little tips, just chipping around the green, hey, you should try to use this club instead for this shot. And I think that's helped my game a lot over the years.
As you guys go forward, I know one of the exciting things from this last year was the new Bruins golf facility here on campus. Just talk about how excited you were to not only see that come to fruition, but to be able to use it.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I've never seen anything like it before at another school or anything. And I know a lot of the guys have spent a lot of hours already, and it was just open this last semester, and it's going to be fun to see just over these next few years, even after I graduate, to see how it grows and how coach can use it as a big recruiting tool to uh, bring our level of play higher even.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, what a lot of people don't realize is that, for golf, it's different in that, basketball, you can go out and you can dribble a basketball, or soccer, you can go outside and work on foot skills and stuff. Golf, you kind of need to have the course, or you kind of need to have at least a hole or something to play with, to work on chipping or those kinds of things. And so just talk about how you and the team, even this last semester, before COVID and everything happened, where you guys were able to go in and work on some of those skill sets without having to go out to a golf course.
Yeah, so it's nice because on rainy days you can't really practice much, but this is indoors, so it gives us that extra day of just chipping around and putting. And there's 6 different holes throughout the putting green, and so we've designed like several different just courses just to putt around. And like I said, rainy days, it gives us another day of practice that someone else isn't practicing.
Yeah. I know COVID was a shock to all of us a couple of months ago, and it seems like it was yesterday in some respects, and seems like a lifetime ago in other respects. So, but that was golf is one of the sports that we have that is multi-season. You guys have the fall season and then the spring season, and I know before we made our transition to Division III, the spring season was really a time where you guys would get a number of events to be able to strengthen your skill set and your momentum for the fall. Now all of a sudden that's essentially ripped out from under us. I know we got some practices and different things in the spring, but just talk to me about the mentality of the team when all that was taken away.
Yeah, I remember coming back to campus from a tournament on a Tuesday, and we were all talking about the next week, the tournament, and it seemed like 2 days later we were all packing up to going home. And even just golfing the next day, I was with Haddon and Keaton, and we're like, I don't know if this is our last time playing together for the season. And just being on the golf course and seeing all the news about NCAA, March Madness being canceled, all this news, and being like, I don't know, like we could still play golf, but our school's going to let us play golf. And so there's so many unknown questions that we had during that time. And so it was just a really just weird experience.
Yeah. I've been asking a lot of the student athletes that we've had on here, but for you personally, going through this and looking back on the whole COVID situation, I know we're still kind of in the midst of it right now, but what's the biggest thing you feel like God has taught you through going through a worldwide pandemic like this?
Like for me, I felt like I had so much more free time. Like I didn't have an excuse to put off, like, let's just say reading my Bible or praying, because I'm like, I'm not going to be doing anything all day. I'm just sitting at home. So why can't I take that time every day now? And even for work this year, I've been getting up earlier. And so it's like, I know I can get up early for work, so I can get up early for golf. Why can't I get up a few more minutes early just to read a couple chapters? So I think that's probably my biggest takeaway, just not making excuses.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into your senior year, obviously, again, a lot of it is up in the air at this point. We're planning to play an abbreviated fall season at least. But what gets you excited looking ahead at this year's team and this year's opportunities that we have this fall?
I think having a year for the freshmen to grow last year. I know one of the players isn't going to be coming back, but it is what it is. And I think we have a good upperclassmen base. We have me, Haddon, and Isaac all coming back. And so I think we're all excited to play. I think we're ready to play. We had all this time during COVID where you could really only golf for a lot of it. Everything else was closed.
Yeah.
So we've been playing a bunch, and I think we're excited to get out and play for regional championship and national championship.
It'll be exciting. The season coming up in just a few weeks, and we're excited to welcome you and all the other student athletes back to campus here in the next couple of days. But Luke Jacobs from the men's golf team, again, we appreciate the time this morning.
Yeah, thank you.